Hello guys, this is my first video. I'm going to be uploading this to YouTube. This channel is going to be called Conspiracy on Things. No, I'm just kidding. It's going to be called Conspiracy Bree, because my name is Brianna. So it's Bree, or it's going to be Alex, Conspiracy Alex. But anyway, I'm going to be talking about exorcism on this channel. I'm going to be talking about true stories, true criminals, true crime, all that. So this channel is basically going to be based on real on here. Alright, so we're going to get into the real story. I'm going to tell you guys what's going on and why am I doing this. And I will show you guys today. Today we are going to be talking about the horrific story of Annliese Michel. Now, I'm going to be moving the camera thing around a little bit, just kind of give myself a little hands of applause, because I found this information, I got all this information off of Google, so, I'm just reading based on what Google say, but here we go. So, I'm going to be telling my part, and then I'm going to be telling Google's part. So here's my part of the story of Annliese Michel. Annliese Michel, which is Anna Elizabeth Michel. So I don't know why they call it Annliese Michel when it's Annliese Michel. Annliese Michel was born on September 21st, 1952. She was born in West Germany. I think Kingsburg, whatever. So to the Roman Catholic family, which her family was called, Annliese grew up in a very strict home. Alright, sorry about that, guys. But anyway, now Annliese was a regular kid. She would go to school, get grades, and her friends will describe her as very, very outgoing, very religious. But one day, she ended up having she suffered a severe collision, and was diagnosed with temporal lobe epilepsy. I don't know what that is. It's basically like, memory loss, passing out, having seizures, all that. So that explains what's going on with her. But you know what? I didn't explain that yet. But keep in mind, I'm sorry. Keep in mind temporary lobe epilepsy. Keep that in mind. Alright. In June, I'm sorry. In June of 1970, Michel suffered a third seizure. So seizure is when, you spaz out. So at this rate she wasn't going to be able to continue. She had another one in the hospital where she had been staying. She was prescribed with anti-cholesterol drugs for the first time, including dilatation, which did not elevate the problem. She began seeing devilish faces at various times. The same month, she was prescribed with another drug, up the light. I think it was up the lead, something like that, which was similar to chlorprosamine, and is used in the treatment of psychologists, which is in an abnormal condition of the mind that results in a difficult determine what's real or what's not real. So, I'm explaining this word And I know y'all want to get to the good stuff, but I have to explain this because this is just for educational purposes. This is, like you seen that guy on My Strange Addictions where he thought his car, he had a relationship with his car. That's what the psychologist is. The psychics, whatever it's called, psychosis. So basically, it's an abnormal condition of the mind that the results in the difficult determine what is real and what is not real. So he thought the car was real, but in reality, he thought the car was an actual person, but in reality, it's not an actual person. A man loves balloons and gets intimate with the balloons. He thought that was a real person. That is not a real person. In reality, that is not a real person. That is just an inflatable toy. So that's what this is kind of explaining. And also schizophrenia. Schizophrenia is the same thing as psychosis. Okay, I don't know what I'm saying. Schizophrenia is a mental disorder that characterizes being continued to repulse episode of psychologists. Like I said, it's related to that. It says when major symptoms including hallucinations, delusions, paranormal, disorder, overthinking, thinking a lot. And other symptoms including social withdrawal, decreasing emotion, and stuff like that. But she had this behavior and delusions. By 1973, she suffered from depression and had not improved her health. Her depression worsened long-term treatment, which did not help neither. She grew increasingly frustrated with the medical intervention. She taking pharmaceutical drugs for 5 years. Michel became intolerant at Christiana sacred places with objects such as crucifix. So crucifix is just a cross with Jesus, So she was striking crucifixes, tearing down wallpapers, So Michel went to Saint Damiano with her family and friends, who regularly organized a Christian pilgrim. Her escort that included that she was suffering from demonic depression because she was unable to walk past the crucifix and drink water of a Christian, which is holy water, holy spring. But we'll get to that later on. Annliese told me and Von Hen that confirmed that she was unable to enter a shrine. So shrine is basically of just what you like. So if you have a shrine of pictures, like a closet of pictures with your famous person that you like so much, that's what shrine is. She approached with great hesitation and said, the soil burnt like fire. She simply could not stand. She walked around the shrine and wide and tried to approach it from the back. She looked at the people who were kneeling in the area surrounding the garden. And it seemed like while that was praying, they were glamming their teeth. She would go as far to the edge of the little garden, then she would turn back, coming from the front again. She had to elevate her glance from the pictures of Christ in the chapel of house. She made severe times to the garden, but could not get past it. She was also noted that she could no longer look at the medals or pictures of saints. That sparkled so immensely that she could not stand. This was from one of the exorcism professional, Father Alt. But we will get to that in the story below. So, let's go. Michel and her family, as well as the community, became convinced and consulted severe priests for an exorcism. This is so scary to read. Oh my god. They're asking for several priests and asking for an exorcism. A priest declined, recommending that she continue to medical treatment, and informed the family that the exorcism requires a bishop permission in the Catholic Church. So, that's why I said remember all this stuff. Because the Catholic Church is what their mom made them go to when their mom would make them go to for, like twice a week, and they were very strict, and she had to pray every day. So, but that's a good thing. Officially approved, an exorcism is given when the person strictly meets the set character, and then they consider to be suffering from possession. Under control, demonic control is intense dislike for religious objects, religious objects and stuff like that. Michel started the treatment and the anti-seizures and the mood stabilizer. She was prescribed with anti-psychiatric drugs during the courses of the religious rites, and took them frequently until some time before death. This is even scary. Despite taking the apologist medication. Alright, this is where the scary part comes in. And not only that, we're almost gone, and we're almost done with this. And all we got is the exorcism and the death. And then I'm gonna actually play you an audio clip from the exorcism that happened when Annliese was in the house. Annliese Michel, God. So I will be playing you footage from that. I will be playing the audio of the 6 demons that she was basically, possessed. So, with all that being said, let's finish reading this. Alright, where was I? Oh, the bishop's permission in the Catholic Church. Official approval for an exorcism is given when the person strictly meets the set criteria. I don't know. Then they are considered to be suffering from possession. Under the demonic control, intense dislikes for religious objects and supernatural powers are some of the first indicates. Michel worsened physically, displaying anger, self-injuries, drinking her own urine, and eating instant. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. In November of 1973, Michel started her treatment with Tregorol, an anti-seizure drug, and mood stabilizers. She was prescribed an anti-psychological drug during the course of the religious rites, and took them frequently until some time before her death. Despite these taking these neurological and medicine, Michel's symptoms worsened and she began growing, seeing demons, throwing things around. Alright. Now, that's scary to hear because she's close to her death. This was in 1973 of November, and she died in 1976. So this is literally 3 years before her death. So now we come to the exorcism, and then we're gonna come to the death. The priest Emrys Alt, who they met on seeing her declare she doesn't look like an epilepsy. And that he did not see her having seizures. Alt believed she was suffering from demonic depression and urged the local bishop to allow an exorcism in the letter to Alt. In 1975, Michel wrote, and I quote, this is what she said, "I'm nothing. Everything about me is vanity. What should I do? I have to improve. Pray for me." So, hearing this, vanity and all that, it's just scary. And also once told him, "I want to suffer for other people, but this is so cruel." It's September, but this is very scary. Just hearing this coming from, this is real. Like, this is a real, possession, and this is, this is a lot. So, now, we are about to read the next thing that's about to scare the crap out of you guys as soon as we're done reading the top paragraph. This is about to creep your minds out. I swear it's about to. In September of the same year, Bishop Joseph was a Roman Catholic bishop of Wurzburg, Germany, granting the priest armored resident permission to exorcism according to Ritual Romans of 1614, but ordered total secretary. Alright, next part, here we go. We're almost close to the death and the prosecution. Well, we're close to the death. We're not reading the prosecution because it's sad. Reigns performed his first season on September 24th. Michel began talking Annliese about dying to atone for a wizard youth of the day and the apostate priests of the modern church. She refused to eat towards the end. At this point, her parents stopped consulting the doctors on the request and relied on the exorcism rites. 67 exorcisms. Season of 1 or 2 weeks, lasted up to 4 hours when they were performing over the 10 months in 1975 and 1976. On July 1st, 1976, Michel died in her home. What states the cause of her death was as malnutrition and dehydration, resulting to nearly a year of semi-starvation state. While the while the rites of exorcisms were performed, she weighed 30 kilograms, 66 pounds, suffering a broken knee due to the, but the reason why she basically did after suffering a broken knee is because she ripped the tendons out of her knee. You ripped the tendons. You ripped it. You said right, and it's gone. So she was unable to move without assist. She was reported contract paraloma. So when the lungs get small, basically because you don't eat enough. So now that that's all done and we all got the aftermath and everything else, now I'm gonna tell you guys right now, there is a whole movie on this, and it's called The Exorcism of Emily Rose. You need to go watch it because it's the same. It's kind of like the same thing with Annliese, but it's different. But anyway, now we're gonna delete that from Wikipedia. Now I'm gonna give you the audio tape of the real exorcism of Annliese Michael. That's what I'm gonna give you, and you're gonna listen to this because I'm scared. So we're gonna get this computer just away from me, and you're gonna listen to the audio. Here's the recording of these 6 exorcisms. And warning, this is your warning. I'm telling you right now, this is your warning. This is the audio tape. I'm sorry. We're supposed to be listening to the freaking 6 demons. So right here. So this is the real exorcism of Annliese Michael. And this is the real 6 demons. So here you guys go. Listen closely. So it's going to play the normal voice of Annliese. Okay. Now you hear her voice. Now you guys are finna hear the 6 demons that were possessing Annliese. And the first person we have is Hitler. What the fuck? This is just creepy as shit. Okay, I thought I was seeing shit. Cain. You guys wanna know who the fuck Cain is? Holy sh. Okay, guys, watch out. Okay, now we're listening to the next audio clip, which is. Oh! I'm sorry. This is creepy. Narrow. Okay, Father Fleshman. Oh my God. Make sure you guys can hear Judas. Oh crap. Trying to watch my door and make sure nothing happens, guys. Lucifer. What the f... Lucifer's even creepier. Alright. It's almost done. And we have one more person. Oh, crap. I know you guys are listening to this. Alright, that is the voices of all the demons that were possessing over Annliese Michel. But thank you so much for watching, guys. I know I missaid some words, but please don't judge me. Because, you know, sometimes the words get mixed up. But anyway, we're gonna end here. But see you. Peace.